Welcome back, everybody. You're watching Sport Federation TV, where, of course, as you know, every week we talk about sport in the Western Cape. Recently, there's been so many different sport awards, of course, heading towards the end of the year, and the sport awards has been rolling out in the various districts. Of course, for those of you that are just tuned in, one of the big things that's happening in South Africa at the moment is the school sports in Durban. It's a milestone opportunity for sport in South Africa to look at restructuring how sport from school sports structures channels into the various federations. Folks, one of the sport codes that's been absolutely enormous in the Western Cape has been cycling. They've had athletes coming through the ranks, going to nationals, going to internationals, and just getting medals everywhere. Western Cape cycling. And of course, in studio with me now is Nigel Isaacs. Nigel is the track commissioner for Western Cape cycling. Nigel, nice to have you in studio.
Hi, JP. Nice to be here. Thank you.
You've been here before?
Yes, I've been here before.
All right, so let's start at the beginning. For people who've never heard of a track commissioner, firstly, the track is, of course, the part that the bikes are going around in a circle, not on the road, right?
All in circles, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So you're the track commissioner for Western Cape cycling. What does that mean? What do you do?
Okay, so my job basically is to oversee all the track cycling events within the Western Cape. Obviously, the only track that we have in Western Cape is one in the velodrome. Yeah. That is enclosed. And we have got a track in Paarl as well. So basically those are the only two tracks that we have available that we can use for our events. But all the events is normally held at the velodrome in Bellville. So as I said, my job is to oversee all of that and making sure that events are happening, putting up events, organizing events, from the local track leagues to your
so
national champs.
Do you have to think of the fixtures as well? So do you also have to think about the calendar, or is it only what happens on the day?
Yes, obviously at the beginning of the year we sit down and we look at the calendar and work on the calendar for the year, and making sure that it doesn't clash with other events like mountain biking or road events, and then we draw up a calendar for the whole year. Yeah.
And do you have a team of people with you? Do you have other junior track commissioners?
No, there's no junior track commissioners. It's only me. And but I do have a team that works with me, that assists me with admin work and so forth, especially when it comes to the calendar. Also, we have an exco, and where we also obviously work together in making sure that events are running.
Yeah. How does one become a track commissioner? Do you have to go through all sorts of certificates, or is it just 100 years of experience?
I didn't go through any training per se. I was just approached by somebody and asking, because the position was available at the time. And from my experience over the years with track cycling, I was approached and asked if I'm available to take up the position. And I accepted.
So let's get to the day itself. Of course, I was at your cycling event at the track. I mean, I've seen it on a couple of occasions now. For me, the thing that obviously jumps out there is the athletes, especially the kids, how fast they go around the track. I'm always blown away. I mean, I can't believe that you've got 8-year-old, 9-year-olds going around the track at such a speed.
Yeah, look, it's always exciting for me. One of the passions that drives me when it comes to the events is to see these young ones.
Yeah.
They're small, some of them, and the bike is like twice their size, but they want to be on the bike and they want to race. And for me, just to see the joy and excitement in their faces when they get on the bike and they go round and round as fast as they can. I'm trying to obviously to win the race and not being caught by anybody else. Yeah. That's for me just something that can't be taken away, and I just love that, just to see that excitement on their faces. So.
And the other thing that I also noticed was just how I wouldn't say equal, but I saw so many races ending that you can't see the difference with your eye. You guys have obviously got special technology to see who race winners are.
Yeah, look, I won't say we've got all the technology that out there that we can use, but when we have big events like our national provincial events, we make sure that we have the right footage available, video cameras available, to ensure that when it comes to that there are footage available to see who actually crossed the line first in that. Because some of the as you said, some of the events it's like the winning margin is like very small.
Yeah, which is quite impressive, because I mean, I looked at I'm specifically thinking now about some of your athletes, because we've seen some of your athletes getting gold medals now at the Africa Championships. We've seen them really doing well across the country, obviously across the world.
Yeah.
And when they're competing here in the Western Cape, they are neck on neck, toe to toe. It's like battle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, look, obviously the racing here by us, it is different from overseas, because first and foremost we're riding on a concrete track,
Yeah.
where overseas you're riding on a wooden track, so that's obviously also a difference. And the riders, when they come back, they're always amazed at how fast they were actually going.
Yeah.
One of the riders, Ethan Coulson, competed in the junior champs,
Yeah.
and in the scratch race, and their average speed was 55 km per hour.
Wow.
And that is quite fast for that distance.
Yeah.
I mean, and just the mere fact that they could finish that event was phenomenal. So yeah.
I've been watching his progress. I mean, obviously, he's got a whole pedigree of coaches.
Yes.
With Cedric, right? Elrich Coulson, of course, dad, and
Yeah.
he's surrounded by guys like you that are this real expertise in. And wow, he is making South Africa so proud. He's really like performing out of his socks. You've got the Omnium coming up this. Is it this weekend?
Next weekend.
Next weekend.
23rd.
Yeah, yeah. For the folks that don't know, what does Omnium mean?
Okay, Omnium Champs is an event that's run over 4 events.
Yeah.
A competition that runs over 4 events, where the riders score points for each event that they compete in, and the rider with the most points at the end of the day wins the overall competition.
Okay.
So you have to accumulate points in each of the 4 events in order to become the winner.
Right, right. And what do you call that? The one where they're going around the track and they have to pull each other?
Oh, that's called the medicine.
Is that the medicine?
Yeah, but we're not doing that.
You don't do the medicine?
No, the medicine is not part of the Omnium Champs. The Omnium Champs consist of the scratch race, the tempo race, elimination, and the points race.
Wow.
So it's 4 events, yeah.
Right. And how much preparation do these athletes have to do to get ready for a big event like that?
Look, this kind of, the Omnium Champs is the event where you need to put in the miles.
Yeah.
Because it's an endurance event. It's
Right.
not really for sprinters. It's mostly for endurance riders. And the idea is obviously to score enough points. You don't have to win all the events, but you need to make sure that you finish in the first 5 top places at least.
Yeah.
So that you can accumulate enough points at the end of the day. The last race, which is the points race, whatever points you scored in the previous 3 races, is transferred to the points race. And in the points race, you have to make sure that you score enough points in order to, obviously, to be in a better position to win the overall position.
So if you're an athlete and you're cycling around this track, you better be keeping a track in your mind about if you're up or down on points. You've got to know where you stand.
Yes, you need to know where you stand,
Yeah.
yeah. And you obviously need to read the race to see who's, depending where you, so if you are third, for example,
Yeah.
you need to make sure you know who's first and second, and if that rider goes, you need to go, otherwise you're not going to score points. And you score double points on the last lap.
I'm just blown away with how you guys have, as Western Cape Cycling, when I go down there and watch you, how everything is organized. It's like a well-organized machine. Everybody knows their function. You've got your different commissioners. You've got your judges. It really just looks amazing. I think you guys should be very proud as Western Cape Cycling with the work that you're doing.
Yeah, we strive to do that. We strive to build on what we've achieved and taking it further, and we want to expand track cycling and as much as we can.
Yeah, Nigel, we leave it at that and say thanks for coming in.
Awesome.
It's been great chatting with you. We hope to get some more of the guys from Western Cape Cycling in studio, and hopefully you guys land some big sponsors.
Yeah, thank you very much.
There we go.
Thank you. Okay.
There we go, folks. Western Cape Cycling's Nigel Isaacs here in studio with us, telling us about the world of being a track commissioner. And wow, if you have a chance, you've got to get down to the Belleville Velodrome or get down to Paarl and watch the kids in action. They really, really are fantastic. They're flying the flag for Western Cape. They're landing the medals at a national level, at an international level, and it really is quite amazing. This is Western Cape Cycling really making Western Cape proud. We'll take a break. When we come back, we carry on talking about sport in the province. Back in a second.